fresh, vital.
Welcome to Giant News. With the exception of local minutiae, the nature gods' attributes and storylines remained commonly shared by the new nations during the scattering of tongues across the world. This consistency, that seems to mock normal constraints of cultures, time and distance, regardless of Eastern and Western, points to a singular starting point of human civilizations. Nimrod was the main god they took with them, only, soon. He had 70 different names. From the time of man's first kingdom on earth, named Babel, meaning gate of gods, and confusion, the god's mother/wife, the queen goddess was called Semiramis and Beltis. This includes a miraculous birth of the reincarnated deified Nimrod, Bel-Nimrod, the sun god, named also Tammuz by the Chaldeans, whose symbol was the Tau. The god's queen/mother was known as Ishtar by the Assyrians and Babylonians, Cybele by the Phrygians, Isis by the Egyptians, Astarte by the Canaanites, and Ashtaroth by the Sidonians. To the Ephesians, she was Diana. And of course, there's the ever-popular Greek goddess, Aphrodite. The Chinese had a mother goddess called Xingmu, or the Holy Mother. The ancient Germans worshipped the Virgin Hertha with child in arms. The Scandinavians called her Dissa, who was also pictured with a child. The Etruscans called her Nutria, and among the Druids the Virgo Patitura was worshipped as the mother of God. In India, she was known as Indrani. The mother goddess was known as Aphrodite or Sis to the Greeks, Nana to the Sumerians, and as Venus or Fortuna to her devotees in the olden days of Rome, and her child as Jupiter. In Asia, the mother was known as Cybele and the child as Dioeus. for ages, is the great goddess, and her child Iswara, have been worshipped in India. No one's theology is perfect, but how different can the Jesus one turns to be before being lost forever? Dagon, reportedly meaning grain, corn or cereal, god of agricultural fertility, and noted to have shown mankind the invention of the plough. The fish man motif seems a bit confusing. His priests wear a fish hat costume, the older versions of which included the fish tail in a cloak that hung down to their ankles. Dagon himself was represented in scarce archaeological iconography and relief statuary, with the lower part of him being a fish tail, and a human torso, and face and head of a man's as his upper half. Thought by some scholars to be Nimrod, the first king of the world post-Genesis 1:2, it is more likely Nimrod was an angel-human hybrid, Nephilim giant, considering obscure allusions to his human thread in a few ancient texts. This leaves Dagon, a fallen angel of the Watcher class, or more likely even Lucifer, the serpent, Satan himself, as Nimrod's inspiration and head. Either scenario, though, would have provided the scaled fish out of water image to the ancients and his more contemporary priests of the Catholic churches in Rome. Most telling perhaps is the fact that, according to texts found at Ras Shamra, ancient Ugarit, Dagon was also the father of the god Baal. And Dagon? Dragon? It's a bit spot on.